Hello again, everyone. For my historical speech, I chose President Ronald Reagan. I've heard the older generation speak of Reagan as one of the best presidents to ever serve our country. On February 6, 1911, President Ronald Reagan was born in the small town of Tampico, Illinois. After graduating from Dixon High School in 1928, Reagan would attend the College of Eureka on a full athletic scholarship. There, he ran track, played football, and was also the captain of the swim team. Reagan was also the student council president at the school and participated in many plays and dramas. After graduating from Eureka College in 1932, Reagan would go on to be a sports radio announcer in the state of Iowa. 5 years later, in 1937, Reagan would sign a 7-year contract with Time Warner Studios as an actor. Ironically, his first role as an actor was that of a radio announcer in the movie Love is in the Air. Ronald Reagan is most known for his movie Newt Rockne. And here I have the cover of the movie Newt Rockne, and there's Ronald Reagan. In the year of 1964 is when Ronald Reagan really became involved in politics. He made a video speech for a famous Republican, and then 2 years later, Reagan would be elected as president of the state of California. I'm sorry, not president. He was elected as the governor of the state of California. So he would also serve 2 terms as for the state of California. Then in 1980, Reagan defeated Jimmy Carter and became the oldest president at the age of 69 to serve our country as president. On March 30th, 1980, as Reagan was coming out of a hotel in Washington, D.C., he was shot 1 inch away from the heart. Here's a picture of the shooting. After the shooting, Reagan joked with announcers and said that he didn't duck. So you can kind of see the humor that Reagan had with the people around him. 1 month later, after the shooting, Reagan reported back to his duties as president, so he made a speedy recovery. Then in 1983 is when he was re-elected as president, and he served his 2nd term. And right here I have a postcard that Ronald Reagan sent to a local resident of mine. And on the front it's got Ronald Reagan, and on the back it's got writing, and the writing just says, it's just asking for votes from other people. And as I said, this was in the year of 1983, so as you can see, the stamps back then were 10 cents. Some of Reagan's major accomplishments as president were ending the Cold War, major tax cuts. He stimulated the U.S. economy, and he rebuilt the U.S. Armed Forces. Through Reagan's trials and tribulations, he always had a sense of humor about every situation. Most of his jokes were about his age, and it was kind of funny because he was the oldest president to ever serve our country. During Reagan's last 10 years of his life, he was hit with many illnesses such as arthritis, hearing loss, and Alzheimer's disease, but the leading cause to his death was pneumonia, and Reagan would end up dying June 5th, 2004 in his California home, and his funeral was one of the most attended ever, so you can kind of see the respect that Ronald Reagan had from his peers and all the people around him. I really admired Ronald Reagan because he was involved in so many things, from sports to being the president and just serving our country, and he was a very highly respected man. I appreciate everybody watching my video, and I look forward to watching everyone else's.